Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm making this video because recently rewatched Shane Dawson's How to Die video, or what it feels like to die. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I've already almost died. Like, I had several near-death experiences, and I want to talk to you about them in this video. The first near-death experience was me almost getting ran over by a car. As you guys know, when you're about to get hit by a car, all you see is like the car's bumper for like 2 seconds right before it hits, or that's how I feel. That's how I, that's how I that's what happened to me. I like saw like the car's bumper for like a few seconds and then you just go blank. Um, but thankfully, the car stopped, or my sister pulled me out of the way. I'm not sure how I got saved or anything, but it felt like someone pushed me, or someone turned the car, like not a human, like an angel or something. Like, you just feel like this warm hand going across your body, hugging you, pulling you towards safety. And around that time, I was around 4 or 5, or maybe younger. But yeah, that happened. Another one that I remember, I almost drowned. Yeah, I know. I almost drowned. I'm gonna tell you the story about it. I was at a friend's house in Toledo. They have like a huge outdoor swimming pool that's in the ground, and everyone was swimming in it. Everyone left but me. Right before everyone left, my sister was walking out of the pool. I wanted to prove to my father that I could I can swim in the deep end. And so I swam a little bit in the deep end. Everything was great. And I just felt like something pull on my leg. And I felt, well, not felt, I dove in faster. Like, I was pulled by my leg downwards. And I couldn't breathe. My lungs literally filled with a little bit of water, and like how Shane Dawson's video, dying of how it feels like to die, drowning. It feels like my throat and my chest was burning, like it was on fire. And again, at that time, the only thing I could do was flail around. I could pick, like, you know how you drown, you can like you can like stick your head out of the water a little bit, but not for too long. So every time when I did that, I yelled to my dad or my sister or someone to come help me, but no one came. So my last dive in, I did it on purpose. I took as deep as a breath I can when my head was up in on the surface of the water, and I just dove in, and it felt like someone pushed me towards the wall of this pool, and I got up, I got out of the pool, thankfully, and I told my dad this, and I told my sister this. For some reason, my dad blamed my sister. But yeah, I've also had a couple near-death experience with cars again. I have crashed a car once, and it's like at the last second when you hit the car, it's just, you either see all black or all white, I saw all white, and I felt like I was dreaming. But it was only for like a split second. But in that state of mind, it felt like I was unconscious for hours. But when I got up, I realized I was only out for like a couple seconds. So I was almost shot. And you guys know how it feels like if you just by having a gun pointed at you. Normally, with people who have experiences with guns, like guns being pulled towards them, or like any experiences with guns, you know the risks and safeties and everything. Normally, you tend to freak out. You tend to say that I'll do anything you want. I'm sorry, blah 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 blah. But with me, I've had so many near-death experiences to the point where I'm like, really? You're gonna pull a gun out on me? Because at that time, I was on my bike going home from driving school, and it was really, really cold. All I had was a jacket and some gloves, like some light gloves. So I thought, why not? I just ask someone at their house. I'll knock on their door, be polite, and asked if I can come in and warm myself up. But I failed to realize that ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about me. So when I did, I found a house. Well, not really. When I finally like forced myself to go into someone's house, I went I went to this house. It's a nice house. I put my bike down. I walked up to the door. I knocked on the door. I said, "Hi, I know you don't know me, but it's really, really cold, and I'm coming home from driving to school on my bike. Is it alright if I like warm up, or can I use the bathroom, or anything like that?" The woman said, "I'm sorry, but you can't. I wish we can let you, but we can't." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll be leaving now." As I get to my bike, as I get to my bike, I'm guessing her husband came out with the door, came out of the house with a, I believe it was a 9mm pistol. And he's like, "The fuck you doing on my lawn? What the fuck are you doing on my property? Get the fuck off my property." I'm like, "I just asked your wife or your sister or whoever it was if I can come in, and because it's freezing. Like, if I was gonna rob you or shoot up your house or do anything like that, I would not knock on your door politely. I would just break in the door or sneak in. I did not sneak in. I did not break down the door. I knocked on the door, and that's it. I was polite, and everything was great." And then I was like, "Really? You're gonna shoot an unarmed kid who's just trying to get warm?" And I'm like, "Screw this, man. I I don't want to go in your house no more. I already told you your wife was. I already told your wife or your sister or whoever it was. All right, I'm leaving. Bye now. Have a good night." 'Cause it was night too. Like, you guys know how cold it is at night, even when like it was winter, but it wasn't snowing. So you guys know how cold it is during the day in the winter. It was at night this happened. So I left safe and sound. And the most recent near-death experience that I've felt or I've experienced was again getting almost ran over by a car. I was riding my bike from from driving school again. And I was at this stoplight on the sidewalk. I looked both ways. There was no cars. I went out a little bit, and then a car just randomly just came by, speeding the fuck out like they were being attacked by someone, and they honked at me. And like I said in the first one, it feels like you only have like a couple seconds to like see what's going on, and then you just go blank. And shit. That's all I'm gonna tell you about my near death experiences. Obviously, there are more, but like that's all I wanted to share with you right now because I don't feel up to sharing my other ones. So yeah, I hope you enjoy listening to me talk about deaths and my near death experiences and how much of a pussy I am and shit. But like, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share if you want. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.